appreciate you. Thank you for making our uniforms a reality. I know that you guys gave us a huge grant like 3-4 years ago. And we're going to play one more song for you all. If you're not awake yet, we hope this will wake you up.
Good morning. A huge thank you to the L.C. Allen Marching Band. Yay! What a rousing beginning to the morning. We had asked them to play something upbeat, and they delivered, I'll tell you. The band is led by Ephraim Nava, and I wanted just to, I don't know if they can hear me, but thank you to the band members very much. They took time on a Saturday morning, and based on what I know, teenagers like to sleep in on Saturday, so this is huge. L.C. Allen. L.C. Allen. And we, as Ephraim mentioned, we were proud to present them with a community grant in 2022 for their band uniforms. So their uniforms were 30 years old, and they just look wonderful. So hooray. Good morning, everyone. I'm Linda Drew. I'm president of Impact 100 Redwood Circle. And, this is absolutely one of my favorite days of the year. It's so exciting. And today we celebrate what makes Impact 100 Redwood Circle truly extraordinary. The power of collective giving and the deep commitment we share to this community. This morning is particularly special. Not only are we awarding a $100,000 grant and two $20,000 grants, we're also marking a milestone. This is our 10th Impact Grant. Yes. 10 years of transforming the generosity of local women into lasting change for Sonoma County. And over our 10 years of grant making, we've evolved. But what remains the same is our steadfast resolve to support the nonprofits in our diverse community. We're guided by our mission, vision, and core values. We have stayed true to our founding principles, even when confronted by the economic and social uncertainty around us. It's in the DNA of our organization and our nonprofit partners to persevere through chaos and crisis. We've done it for 10 years, and we'll keep on doing it in the future. When I look out at every single person in this room, each and every one of you can say, I am a philanthropist. You don't have to be someone with a big pile of money. Well, it helps if you do, but everyday women coming together to make a difference are philanthropists. That was the premise of building Impact 100 Redwood Circle 10 years ago, And as of today, we will have given in grants $1,959,000. And that translates to 91 grantees that have received grants from us. And today marks 1 million in impact grants alone. So, hooray. Over the past decade, we've learned something powerful. Nonprofits don't just serve our community, they also serve each other. Time and time again, we've seen partnerships blossom between the organizations we've supported. They collaborate, share expertise, and amplify one another's impact. Every nonprofit here can mention multiple others that they've had a partnership with. That's the spirit we honor today, not only generosity, but connection. The Living Room refers women to women's recovery services when substance use is a factor in homelessness. Face-to-Face connects clients to food for thought, and the partnerships go on and on. And today we are fortunate to have a representative from each nonprofit that we've given a grant to over the past 9 years. Wow. Yeah, isn't that cool? Each of them have strengthened our community in unique ways, from improving mental health services to expanding food security to empowering young people and their families. Their work reminds us that real change is not a single act. It's a ripple that spreads far and wide. Let's take a moment to salute these 9 impact grant recipients. When I call your name, if you would stand and remain standing till we go through everyone, and I'm going to be starting with our initial grant in 2016. Voices, Willow Gant. Okay, well, she was gonna be here, okay. Food for Thought, David Newcomb. Thank you, David. Catholic Charities, Carrie Doherty and Karen Stone. Forget Me Not Farms, Carol Rathman. Four C's, Blythe Carrillo. Line Foundation, Ale Enrique. Jewish Community Free Clinic, Rivka Vaughn. The Living Room, Amy Collins and Annie Valentine. And Women's Recovery Services, Diana Madrigal. Thank you all. I promised them they did not have to give speeches, so I think they're happy. Thank you so much. In many ways, our giving circle works the same as these nonprofits. Each of us contributes what we can, our dollars, our time, our expertise, and together, we create something none of us could achieve alone. As we enter our second decade, we will continue to evolve. You'll soon see much needed changes to our website that'll make it more welcoming, more informative, and more reflective of who we are today. An energetic, generous, forward-looking community of women all working together to make a difference. Also, beginning in 2026, we will learn the exciting findings and recommendations from our grant-making task force. I need some water, sorry. Thanks, honey. This is my daughter's. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Back to the grant-making task force. The task force was formed in 2024 to research and recommend improvements to our grant-making that will align with our membership's priorities, core values, and more effectively meet the needs of our greater community. They've been working diligently for over a year, and those recommendations will soon be shared with the entire membership. We also have increased the number of grantee site tours, giving our members a chance to see our recipients in action and learn more about their organizations. And we are presenting more opportunities for our members to get together through educational sessions, outdoor activities, and socialization. And to sustain all this good work, I need to make one important ask. Our operations fund supports everything that keeps us running: communications, member engagement, events like today's, and the organizational infrastructure that allows us to give grants to the nonprofits we choose. Please consider making a donation to the operations fund. Your gift ensures that we remain strong and ready for the next decade of impact. Just as our grantees need support to fulfill their missions, we need your support to continue ours. And just for ease, there's a QR code on your table. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the show and tell. Making it very easy to donate. So please consider that, thank you. And following today's awards, we'll have a little meet and greet for interested members and guests to gather for a brief introduction to our organization and hear about opportunities to become involved. Join some of our leadership team for about 15 minutes to learn more. And we look forward to meeting you and answering any questions. And you'll all be meeting in the back over there in that corner by the windows, okay? As I give my final remarks as president, I want to share what an honor and a privilege it's been to lead this remarkable group of women. I've witnessed compassion turn into action, ideas grow into initiatives, and strangers become collaborators and friends. I've experienced again and again what it means to operate as a team of formidable women. Serving as your president has been one of the most meaningful experiences of my life, and I do not doubt that our best years are ahead of us because all of you are the heart of our giving circle. So today, as we celebrate our 10th Impact Grant, let's remember what binds us together: belief in the power of women, belief in the strength of community, and belief that when we give together, we truly make a difference. We've got another slide back there. Giving well is hard. Giving together makes a difference. So thank you all for all you've given and being part of this circle of generosity. And to get us started, I have the pleasure of introducing the very hardworking Executive Director of Women's Recovery Services, which was our 2024 Impact Grant recipient, Diana Madrigal. As Diana comes up to the stage, she's a master's level registered addiction specialist. At WRS, women with infants and young children can participate in addiction treatment without having to leave their children. Mothers can attend recovery groups and classes while their children are cared for on the on-site children's program, or attend nearby community schools. Let's welcome Diana Madrigal and hear more about WRS.
Yay! Oh my goodness, I am so flabbergasted to be here with you again today and have a marching band. They look so spiffy. WRS is eternally grateful for your decision last year, and we have been smiling every time we have to do another training or talk to Dr. Conroy, who's our medical professional, or work with our staff as we start to implement this new program for us. And it's a lot of hard work, but man, you're making it so much easier by being able to do it all in one room with all at one time. We have 20 staff over 24/7 hours, 24/7 days. Busy, busy, busy. So being able to do trainings and get everybody up to par and being able to offer that training to our staff has been amazing. And that relates back to our community and all the women we serve. Today I brought a special guest with me that I want to introduce because we are so proud of her. And if she cover your ears just for a second, I'm gonna talk about you. We're just so proud of her. She'll tell you her story, but I am proud of her and her son Giovanni and the new little itty bitty baby that you might have seen in the room already, because women have a radar. right? Anyways, I won't tell you much about her story because I want her to introduce herself, but we are proud of her and I'd like you to welcome Jessica Grady. And her son Giovanni.
Hi, I'm Jessica. Are you gonna say your name? So I came to WRS in 2023 with a CPS case for not picking him up from school. And I lost him for 10 days and got him back. Went to outpatient. Outpatient was not for me. My social worker told me, I think you need to go to WRS. I said, I don't need to go. I don't have a drug problem. Ended up going to WRS, and the first month was rough for me. But then I realized it was the best place for me. We struggled because this little guy was like, it's prison. I don't like it. It's jail. He's like, there's a park across the street. Why can't we go? And, you know, it's hard enough for grown women to complete a 90-day program, but for an 8-year-old child to be right there with us completing the program is hard. And we were in Diane's office. He destroyed her office at one point in time because with love. And he picked up every single piece of paper that he actually threw on off her desk. But it was hard for me. I struggled. And then when I graduated, I ended up coming back in aftercare and volunteering for 9 months before I actually graduated in aftercare and then got hired. I got my CPS case closed in 2024. Graduated WRS aftercare, graduated DAC Perry, got my social worker, my CPS case closed. And then Diane actually hired me, and I have been working for WRS for 2 years. I am in my 3rd semester of school for social work and human services to get my AA. Diane, I am an AOD intern. Diane, when I came back from maternity leave, because I just had a new little baby, Jasmine, she's 5 months. She actually promoted me to a intern case manager, so I have a caseload now, and I am very thankful for the program that my 3rd child will never have to see me use again and be on the streets. We went from being homeless 3 years ago to now moving into a 3-bedroom apartment, all 3 of us. Thank you.
So this is an amazing story that we have followed from the beginning and watching. You want to stay with me? All right, come on. Watching her flourish and grow and her children flourish and grow has been the reason we wake up every morning. We're mission driven, but we're not mission driven alone. And it is the community support that we're allowed to participate in. And who knew that so many women in this room, all of you have stood beside us now. And you've come and toured our facility. You've seen the facility, how it's set up. But we would not be able to continue without you. Even in the sense of what I heard her say this morning was even through the hard times. When we're together, yes, we all face hard times, but when we're together, it somehow makes it easier. And it makes us stronger. And we go on and we keep getting up. My favorite Chinese proverb says, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Right? So it's with gratitude. I'm so grateful. I want to hug all of you. I'll be over here at the end if you need a hug. If you want to come visit and you haven't, please come along. Gio is one of my favorite people. He helped me clean my office. But he comes over once in a while and he participates and he meets the other kids and greets the other kids, and you'll see his photo at the very end on the left side over there with his mom standing with their certificate. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and good luck to all the recipients. You are already winners.
Thank you, Diana. Thanks, Gio. Good job. I see he's going to be a showman. Do you guys have that feeling? Now let's turn our attention to the reason we are all here, celebrating and announcing the next Impact and Merit Grant recipients. The Impact Grant Committee has worked many months on reading, vetting, and screening all the nonprofit applications. They've made sure our members all got the necessary information to make an informed vote. Thank you all for your hours of work and dedication. As one of the co-chairs of our Impact Grant Committee, we're going to welcome up Dorothy Beatty, and she'll explain what's going on with a different picture up here. So come on up, Dorothy.
Thank you, everyone. I would also like to remind the group that this is a volunteer organization, and a lot of work goes in by a lot of people to do a lot of things, including putting this event together. So thank you, group, for that. So I'm one of the co-chairs. I am not Diana Rich. Diana Rich is at home because she has laryngitis. And she said she couldn't make it. So I'm just going to wing it and go fast. So the good thing about winging it is it goes fast. So next slide, please. These are our three co-chairs, Diana, who is at home, myself, and Julie Divinchini, if I say that right. And a lot of work goes into this to make sure that we really consider all the applications very carefully. And those of you who've been through the process, and our nonprofits are down here, they will attest to the fact that they work hard to fill out lots of pieces of paper, and then we look at them all. We look at everything. So the next slide, next slide. I would like to applaud the work of our committee. So if all the grant committee people could raise your hands, they're all up in front here. We spend a lot of time arguing politely. We have points of view. We all read your stuff. Trust me, we read it. We read it, then we look at your websites, we Google you, we do everything. We get all the input we can to try to ferret through the applications we receive. Next slide, please. We start with about 30 eligible nonprofits. We go through what's called a letter of intent phase, which is meant to be kind of a pre-screen, very short, keep it brief, don't put a lot of work on our nonprofits. And we go through that process. We then, this is where we get together and we argue politely. And we get from 30 to 23, and then 23 to 8, another meeting, and then another meeting we get from 8 to 5. And the 5 is the really interesting one because we have people in for interviews. And I remember Diana coming in for this the year before. But it's really meeting the people that drive these organizations is just fabulous. And the reason we argue a lot getting from, say, 23 to 5 is because they're all worthy. They are all worthy. And so for the three of you sitting here today, we struggled to get to you, but we know you are really, really worthy. No matter which of these grants you get, you made it from 30 to 3 against a lot of very worthy organizations. So with that, I'm done with the what we did to get here. The next part of this is each of our nonprofits, the 3 finalists, will have 5 minutes to speak. And I'm going to turn it over to Julie, and Julie's going to introduce them. And each one of them will come up and speak for about 5 minutes, just to let you know how this is going to go. And then at the end of that, we will announce the 2 merit recipients and the impact grant. no one in this room knows, except for I could point to maybe 4 people. So it will be revealed once each of them has had a chance to speak. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Julie DeVincenzi, and I'd just like to echo Dorothy/Diana's sentiments to our committee and all those who participated in this process. It is extensive and it's a lot of work, and we really enjoyed our time doing it. And I have the pleasure of introducing you to the finalists. So there are 3: Sirius Family Justice Center, and Vitas. So first we're gonna have Cirrus come up, and I'd like to introduce you to Debbie Ramelli to come up, and there's a little bit of timekeeping here, so if I start to nudge you, that means your time's up. Yeah, there's gonna be a little.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for having us here today and for this beautiful celebration of philanthropy in Sonoma County. It's such a delight to be in a room of so many generous, committed, smart women, so thank you. Well, over 15 years of involvement at Ceres, I've heard a lot of stories, and I know one of the things that we were asked to do today was not share with you things that you've already heard from us as part of our application or the video or the interview process. So I thought I would start by sharing a story. And this is the story of Amy. And I know some of you in the room heard Amy speak if you came to our recent fundraiser. Amy was a client who reached out to us when she was feeling a lack of hope in her life. She had, food for her had been her creative outlet and her passion for a lot of years, even though she struggled since she was a teenager with many food allergies and food sensitivities. Food was the way that cooking for herself was the way that she could make sure that she didn't trigger those allergies. Well, at 59 years old, living with MS, living with Crohn's disease, having endured 27 operations and countless hospitalizations, she was severely anemic and really frail and losing weight. And that was when somebody told her about Ceres, and that was when things started to turn around for her. So Ceres provides medically tailored meals that are made with love by teenagers who are teen chefs and gardeners to people all throughout Sonoma and Marin counties who are facing a critical illness. Amy's not our typical client. She was much sicker than most of our clients are, but for her and for all the clients that we serve, most of whom are very low income, these meals provide access to something that isn't easy to get when you're sick and you're living without a lot of financial income. When you're really sick, the kinds of food that you're most likely to be able to get on the table are not food as medicine. They're not food that's going to promote health. They're going to be highly processed, high in refined carbohydrates, sugars, not very colorful, not a lot of fresh vegetables. And that makes it harder to heal, harder to have a chance to recover. So what happened for Amy? She went for the first time in more than 8 years, she went more than a year without having to have a blood transfusion. She started to gain weight for the first time in 5 years. Because we provide meals for family members as well as for the identified client or patient, she experienced a lack of stress because she wasn't as worried about her husband, who doesn't cook and who was making do on frozen food and pizzas. They were able to have some financial relief after decades of medical costs. They didn't have to worry about paying for food. So that's the difference that a grant like this impact grant will help us to make for more than 1,500 clients a year. And this funding specifically is intended to help us make the transition into Ceres' new headquarters, which is going to open early next year in Southwest Santa Rosa. Thank you. We've been doing this work since 2007. We've been picking up the phone, and we've been growing to meet the need of our community, but we are literally bursting at the seams in our current kitchen in Sebastopol. And we're very excited to be moving into this headquarters that will allow us the space to grow for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years. It will allow us to slowly and sustainably quadruple our meal production, vastly increase the number of teen chefs and gardeners that we're able to educate and empower to become the leaders that our world desperately needs for tomorrow. But we're moving into a new neighborhood, and we know that we're going to need to be nimble and adaptive as we reach out to serve a more diverse group of teens and clients. And so this, the reason we applied for this grant was to help us have the financial ability to do extensive outreach. Thank you. To reach more teens who really need us, to be able to do innovative programming like providing transportation to our kitchen, providing more paid internships, and also to train our staff to be prepared to work with a more diverse constituency. So I want to thank you all again for considering Series for this, and we're really honored to be in the room and to be considered a finalist. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Deborah. Okay, next we have Family Justice Center, and I'd like to introduce you to Marcia Lucien.
Well, hello, everyone. You guys sure do know how to throw a party early in the morning, I have to tell you. I also just wanted to take a moment before I begin to just thank all of the members of the committee. It has been an absolute pleasure and honor for us to be able to participate in the process, and to thank Jessica and Gio for sharing their story. Like, absolutely amazing, the courage it takes to not only live it, but get up here and share it with a room full of strangers. So thank you for doing that. My name is Marcia Lucien. I'm the Executive Director for the Family Justice Center. And at the Family Justice Center, our mission is simple and profound. It's to bring safety, healing, and hope to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, elder abuse, human trafficking, all under one roof. Every day, survivors walk through our doors at the hardest moments of their lives. They are afraid. They're often carrying their children and unsure of where to turn next. And when they arrive, something powerful happens. They don't have to go from agency to agency, retelling their story over and over again. Instead, they are surrounded by more than 20 partner organizations, all working together as one team to help them rebuild their lives. The Family Justice Center is not just about services. It's about restoring safety, dignity, and possibility. But here's the truth. The safety of survivors isn't separate from the safety of our community. When families are living in fear, children carry that trauma into our schools. When violence goes unaddressed, it ripples into our workplaces, our neighborhoods, and our hospitals. When survivors find safety and healing, the whole community becomes stronger. This is why this work matters, not just to those we serve, but to every single one of us who calls Sonoma County home. Over the past 2 years, we've developed a domestic violence high-risk team. It's a groundbreaking collaborative with law enforcement and system partners designed to identify the most dangerous domestic violence cases before they become homicides. This team has already saved lives. But right now, its reach is limited to just 2 jurisdictions, Santa Rosa and the Sonoma County Sheriff's Office, the unincorporated areas. So we know that other jurisdictions across the county deserve that same protection, that same support. And from Impact 100, your support can help us to expand our high-risk DV team further into southern Sonoma County, bringing this coordinated, life-saving model to more families with the same proven results. This investment is not just about expansion, but mostly about prevention. It's about interrupting the cycle of violence before it claims another life. And it's about creating a safer, more compassionate Sonoma County, where every family has the chance to live free from fear. We often say that hope is contagious. When one person finds safety, it inspires others to seek it too. When one child sees that violence can end, it changes what that child believes is possible for their own future. That is the legacy that Impact 100 can help us to build. A legacy of safety, healing, and community resilience that will last far beyond this year. We have the partners, we have the model, and with your investment, we have the opportunity to make sure that every survivor in Sonoma County has access to the protection and support that they deserve. On behalf of the families that we serve and the ones we have not yet reached, thank you for standing with us. Thank you for believing that safety is not a privilege, but a promise that we make to one another. Together, we can build a safer, more hopeful Sonoma County for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have Vitas, and I'd like to invite up Priyanka Pokharel to speak to you today.
Wow, hello everyone, and thank you for having us here. I have never felt this motivated on a Saturday morning. My name is Priyanka Pokharel, and I'm an attorney at VIDAS. VIDAS, or Vital Immigrant Defense and Advocacy Services, is a nonprofit organization, and we provide free and low-cost immigration services to immigrant families. Today, we have offices in Santa Rosa, Petaluma, Vallejo, and on Santa Rosa Junior College campus. And we handle a lot of things, from asylum and special immigrant juvenile status to providing people with affirmative relief like family petitions, DACA, U visa, T visa for people who have been victims of certain types of crimes, trafficking, and so much more. Up until now, this year alone, we've filed about 700 affirmative relief applications for our clients. And so far, we've served clients who represent more than 40 different nationalities. So yeah, at Vidas, you never know who's walking through that door. Sometimes it's a client for an asylum interview, and someday it's a client with the tastiest homemade pupusas. So yeah, that's what Vidas is. But behind these numbers is also a story that we live through every day, and I'll tell you one. Salvador was our client, and he entered the United States more than 25 years ago. And he did everything right. He built a life here. He married, he had 5 US citizen children, he had a steady job. But one morning, just a few months ago, ICE detained him. And he was detained. He was detained in Santa Rosa, but he was sent to Texas. And for 2 months, his kids did not know when they would see their dad again. Now, our staff stepped in here. My colleague, who had no idea about federal litigation, she taught herself federal litigation, which is very complicated, and she filed a habeas petition. Habeas is a very complicated legal procedure that we file with federal courts to challenge the government's unlawful detention. And guess what? We won. I still remember my colleague booked a Greyhound ticket because, they can't travel through planes, so it had to be a bus ride. So she booked a Greyhound from Texas to California, and the moment we received the message that he got into the bus, all of us at our office, lawyers, paralegals, admin, front desk, we just gathered around our colleague's desk and we cried because it was just so special. We remembered the passport pictures of those kids. So yeah, from then, 3 people have walked out of detention centers because of the support from our team. Thank you. Thank you. And this work also feels very personal to me. I'm from Nepal. I'm an immigrant myself. And I know how it feels to stumble because of language in front of courts, in front of authorities. I am an attorney, and even I, sometimes in front of a judge, I'm like, wait, what did he just say? Now imagine how it must feel for someone who has survived violence, has crossed several borders, and is standing in front of that same judge. That's where we come in. Our clients are mostly farm workers, they're restaurant workers, they're parents, they're children. And what we do is we help them build hope. We give them work permits. We try to provide them with legal status. We try to reunite parents with their children. We try to fight with the cruel system that tries to wear us down every single day. And that's why your support means so much to us. Today, I invite you all to please come visit our office, see the kind of work we do, and maybe if you walk in on the right day, we'll treat you to pupusas made by Maria. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much. Okay, I now have the pleasure of introducing you to the real Dorothy Beatty, not standing in for Diana Rich this time. Thanks.
I don't know if I can talk. Before I get to the big moment here, the big reveal, I wanted to say another thing. Once anybody has entered our family as either merit or impact grant, you are in our family. It doesn't matter what you get. And we have the 3 nonprofits sitting up front here. We've already got a liaison assigned to you. So I would just like to call out the fact that you will have an Impact 100 member with you by your side, bringing you back to this organization all the time. So liaison members, all of you in the room, raise your hands. Thank you very much for what you do. That wasn't in my script, but everybody's a winner here. So I'm going to get to we're going to do this as we will announce the 2 merit grant winners, and we have our big fake checks. And so, they're obligatory. And so once we pull up the big fake check, the photographer will take a picture of you at your table with your big fake check, okay? I think there's a real one coming in the mail. And then for the last person who will be the Impact 100 grant recipient, that person will be invited to come back to the stage for a minute and say a word. They get a minute, a word. Okay. So with that, I would like to announce the first merit grant partner, and that is Ceres. Photographer, please. You have to take a picture of them with their big fake check. Oh, sorry, over here.
You want to do it on stage?
No, you can do it at the table. Yeah. Big fake check. Okay, good, good. And they get bigger as we go along. The next merit grant partner, and I would like to say, just because now, we're leading up, and so I'll go slow because it builds the anticipation. This, by the way, is a vote of all members. So the grant committee proposes 3, and we put that forward to the entire membership. So it is the entire membership that made the final decision, and I should make that clear. It was not the grant committee. Not that we would have done anything differently, I don't really know. So the next Mayor Grant partner is the Family Justice Center. I'm watching you, Vitas. You know, it really is a testament to our organization. And I got to be there and see the vote count. And I will say that a vast preponderance of our membership voted. It was the highest turnout for voting we've seen in years. So with that, our Impact Grant partner this year is Vitas. They get a bigger fake check. And that brings us to 1.959 million we've given away. So I'd like to turn it over to Vitas for a moment to say a word if you would like, and if you would not like to, that's fine too. We just get to go sooner.
She's overwhelmed. Oh, can I have my picture? Can I get my picture with them? Yay! Yay! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. Well, don't tell me, tell that. Give a minute.
Well, good morning, everyone. I think she's overwhelmed, and I can understand that. My name is Mohammed Ibrahim. I'm the newest board member for Vitas. I'm also an immigrant, asylum. I came from Iraq. I sought asylum in 2016. And I went through the same pain that everyone going now. So when I got it granted and I heard about Vitas, I came and I volunteered on the board to do the same work that everyone should do at this time. I was telling actually some of the members that we are here like a beehive. We are all workers. We are all have the same mission. We all steer our funds to what's needed, right? This time, immigrants need the fund. So thank you very much for everyone voted, contributed, donated, and this will help a lot of people, and history will remember that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. When the award money was announced, all I could think about those clients that I had to send back. So recently the administration increased government fees for asylum, and I have so many clients who don't have work permits. And when I told them that now there's government fee, they went back with their 3 kids because they didn't have those $500. Or those clients who don't have the money to go to the court because they can't pay for a driver or for the ride. Thank you so much. This money is going to change so many lives. Thank you so very much, and will not disappoint you.
Hi, my name is Joanna Alvarez, and I was a former client, and now I'm a board member. So, thank you. I know the work they do, and they need for it. So, thank you.
And sorry for taking more than 1 minute.
My only job now is to get out of here. Kim is next. She's our incoming president, and she will do the final part of our presentation. Thank you, everyone, for all the work that went into this, not to steal Kim's thunder, and thank you for voting. And welcome to the family.
All I have to say is, wow, what a morning. This is amazing. So we're going to do a short wrap-up. So yes, Kim McEachran, President-elect. That means I get to follow wonderful Linda Drew into next year. And you can go to the next slide. So, this really has been a decade of local giving and advancing our mission. We're very proud of that. And again, I just have to say thank you, everyone, and welcome to our family, the Impact Grant and Merit Grantees. It's wonderful. Ceres, Family Justice Center, and of course, VITAS. So, Impact 100 supports community organizations, but something that has struck me for some time here is that we are positively interconnected to the organizations who are on the front line helping our community be healthy and helping people thrive in Sonoma County. And those connections are critical. And that's that interconnection. And we keep that going with all our grantees. Next slide. So again, how do we do our work? Well, you heard we're all volunteers, very committed. We do it by building even deeper connections. And we do that through leveraging and learning from the Community Foundation, Sonoma County, all of the grantee partners over 10 years, and of course, other giving organizations who are also helping in Sonoma County. We learn and leverage together. And as you all know very well, we are responding to an increasingly challenging funding environment. And so I think we've heard some of these words more than once today. Together, we deliver hope plus action. And we really make a difference. So I have to say thanks again. It's been wonderful. I don't ever, drive back. I float back because I float back home. Tell your friends and family, this is just huge. And I do want to thank the planning committee again, volunteer group that puts this on. That's the next page. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. And of course, that means our folks that help us with photography, videography, and Sally Tomatoes, and all of the above. It is a lot of work, as Dorothy said, and it's a work of love. Okay, let's go to the next page. But this isn't the end of how we connect. So you can see what's coming up. We have several key events coming up. The end of February is when we kick off our new year. And I would just have to say, pay attention to the communique. That's our internal newsletter. Pay attention to the e-blast. And guess what? The end of February, we will be back right here. Sally Tomatoes. Woohoo! So that's all good. And then a couple fun things. I call it the pumpkin slide. Could you go to that? Oh, one more. Okay, stay on that. Just a couple reminders again. For those of you that would like to know more about the work that we do together, over there in the corner, it's where we're going to gather anyone who'd like to know more about our organization, whether you're a relatively new member or a guest, please gather over here. And another big note for our grantees today, if you could gather out this way, out onto the patio, we're going to do a beautiful picture very quickly. So if you go that direction, that'd be wonderful. And then, now what is the thing with the pumpkins? Okay, you see all the little pumpkins? Okay, one of you, look at the bottom of your pumpkins because somebody's got a mark on one, a number or something. Whoever gets that gets to take home the centerpiece. It could be a symbol, it could be a name. Yay. How fun is that? Thank you, everyone, for being here. Yay! And those of you that have badges, you can return them on the way out. There'll be a basket. And again, hope plus action. That's what we do. Thanks, everybody.